Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Naquan Jordan, the AI protagonist, and Stable Diffusion XL has finally been released. So it is actually available on several of the online platforms that I used. So I thought what we can do for this video is we will take an SDXL prompt and put it into all the online platforms that I use that has SDXL and see the kind of images that we can create. So we are starting on CivitAI, or is it CivitAI? I'm gonna go with CivitAI. But here is the actual SDXL model, the original checkpoint. We can see a lot of the images that have been created by the community with it. There is some LoRa's being trained right now. Some of them are in alpha. There are some full releases of LoRa's, which I'm very surprised that people are able to get them out so quickly. But so far the images are looking very good. Very good images. I cannot wait to see what some of the stuff we're going to see in the future with this. And oh my goodness, is that Godzilla with a Venom symbiote? Holy cow, this person is a genius. Look at this prompt. Between Venom and Godzilla. Perfect mix between Venom and Godzilla, with Venom's black tentacles protruding from his entire body, destroying city, blood epic. Oh, that is incredible. That is incredible. Do we want to use this prompt? We might want to use this prompt. I don't know. It's kind of an advanced prompt. I don't know if the online platforms can mess with this yet. I'm sure he or she went through several generations before getting this. But man, it is beautiful. That is a beautiful sight to behold. Godzilla with a Venom symbiote, just incredible. But I want to use something a little simpler. Let me have a look at this. Actually, this looks simpler, but it's got way more going on. It looks cool though. Let me get a close-up of that. That looks really cool. So I'm gonna choose between this and Venom, Godzilla Venom. You know what? Let's do something cool. We're gonna do Godzilla Venom. So what I'm going to do is we're going to copy these prompts into the different online platforms that I use for Stable Diffusion and see what we can cook up with. I love this. Great idea. Now we need a Carnage version. Oh, that would be cool to see a Carnage version. So we're going to start off with the free platforms first. Let me copy this prompt. We're going to go with Playground AI. So Playground AI does have Stable Diffusion XL baked into it. Let's go to create on board. Now it's pretty simple to find. It's just right here. So you have the different Playground, Stable Diffusion models, Dolly, and then Stable Diffusion XL. So we are not going to use a filter. We're just going to put the prompts in just to see what we create. Let's get this negative prompt in. Use the custom negative prompt. So they do have a default prompt, which is cool. I haven't seen that. I think that's a recent thing to have a default prompt. And when we look at everything over here, so let's do, this is going to be like a profile image. We'll do that. Prompt guidance. So we're going to make sure that everything is the same. Guidance scale 7 and then 80 steps. Wow, that's a lot of steps. So we're going to bump this up to 80. There we go. I'm going to use a random seed, 4 images, sampler. So the sampler here was DPM 2M Caras. Yeah, I think this will work well. So we'll use this and we'll keep it on a private session. Alright, so we will generate and see what happens. Alright, and here are the results. So this took a really long time. It was like 140 something seconds. Because the guidance scale, or actually, sorry, I left it on 11. I should have put it down to 7, the guidance scale, but it was actually 80 steps, and so that's why it took a really long time. But here are the results, and they do look pretty cool, I must say. It looks like there's a little bit of carnage going on there in some of these. This looks really cool as well. Oh man, look at this one. So it looks like he's jumping. Not sure what's happening there, but just a little more horror added to it. And look at this. This looks crazy. It's got kind of like Godzilla's spikes, but they're glowing red. Oh man, that looks cool. That looks so cool, awesome. So let's do it again, but this time we will add a filter to it. So let's add the delicate detail filter and see what that one looks like. Alright, so this one actually was a little bit faster, which was good to see. But you can definitely see the difference that we've added the delicate detail filter. It is a totally different style. Like this one looked a little bit more, I guess, comic book-y. But this one looks almost like computer generated images here. But man, they still look really good. These are some nice looking images. And then this one, very similar. It's got except it's not glowing this time, but I love the way the spikes look on the Venomzilla. Yeah, we'll call him that. On Venomzilla, the spikes on his back looks really good. Alright, so let's jump into the next one. So this is a Tensor Art. You can see some of the images that I've already created. These are all Stable Diffusion XL images using one of the LoRa's that's already been trained for Stable Diffusion XL. But man, these are some beautiful images. So I'm going to drop all the prompts back into this one, and we'll jump back and see what it looks like. Actually, before I cut, I do want to show the Stable Diffusion XLs, the models and LoRa's that are available here. So here at Tensor, once again, this is one of the free online tools. So you can see they do have the 1.0 base model, and they do have some LoRa's that are currently being trained. This is the Dream Shaper Alpha, which is what I used it earlier to create some dragons. I used this one to create some dragons as well. So these are really good, but we are just gonna go with the base model with no LoRa's. And I will add a VAE just because it is recommended. I'll put it on automatic. I'll let the site decide which one. Alright, so we'll put the rest of the prompts in, and then we'll generate the image. And here are the images created. And man, look at that. That is beautiful. That's a thing of beauty right there. That is just awesome. Let's check out this next one. Oh, these look so good. So really good. I mean, like with the people, the fire and stuff, yeah, that looks kind of blurry. But the actual subject, the Venomzilla, looks great in all of these. Just really nice looking. Man, look at that. These are great images. I'm loving this so far. Loving SDXL. So we are going to do another generation. This time we'll put the SDXL refiner on there. So the images that I've seen with the refiner have not been great in my testing so far. But what they do is they create regular images and then add 4 more refiner images, and usually the regular images end up looking good. But we'll add them to the test just to see what things look like. Here are the results, and you can see, so it's got like the 4 base images, and then it's got these 4 refiner images. But to look at the base images, oh man, oh, this looks so good. So good. Oh, look at this one. So good. Loving these. And it actually says Godzilla down there. Almost says Godzilla. Close to it. Here's another really good one. Really nice looking images. And this one's got like little Godzillas running around, little Titans. That's cool. And then these refiner images, they look really weird. I'm not entirely sure what they were supposed to do. I haven't looked up the refiners to see what they do to Stable Diffusion XL. What's the point of using them? But the original images look great. These four right here, very good images. So let's jump into CArt. CArt is another free one. You can see some images that I've created previously with Stable Diffusion XL. In order to get there, you have to go to this mode button here and click on SDXL 1.0, and that brings up the SDXL options. They do have a prompt magic that works with SDXL, and they have different styles as well. So we're going to start off with the no style. Now they have not added the negative prompts yet into this, and so we won't use any negative prompts, which is going to make the image look very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and grab these, and then we'll cut the generation and jump right back. Alright, and here are the images. So we can see these are also some really nice images. This one actually added something else in the back. But it looks like this one went heavily on the Venom versus the Godzilla. So it looks more like Venom with like some extra stuff rather than a blend between Venom and Godzilla. But they all look really good. That monster in the back looks so cool. So really cool. So you can see like the style of each of them are very similar. And that's what you can expect when we're not using any kind of lures or anything like that. But I'm going to do this again, but this time, let's see, we're gonna add a style to it. There's so many to choose from. I actually want to see them all, but we don't have time for that in this video, so I'm gonna go with let's go with 3D model. Let's see what that one looks like. Alright, so here is the 3D model, and you can see it kind of looks like a video game character, which is what I was expecting from the 3D model. But yeah, it definitely does look like a like something rendered in like a game engine, pretty much, and it looks really cool. Oh, I like this one. This one looks crazy. And it looks like his legs are like he's falling through the ground or coming up through the ground. And those spikes look so good. Yeah, these are really nice looking. So you can see with all the different styles that they have, there's so many different variations of images you can create with SDXL. So now we're going to start jumping into the paid ones. First up, we got Night Cafe. So Night Cafe, they do have their Stable Diffusion 0.9, but the XL 1.0 is actually only for pro members right now. So you can see some of the images that I've created using XL 1.0. If we jump into create, apparently my internet is having some issues, so I'm going to oh no, wait, here it comes. It's coming back up. Okay, for some reason my internet goes in and out, and it's very annoying. You can see all the images I've created with XL over here. If we jump into the actual models, you can see that this is a pro exclusive. But if you are a free member, you can use some of the other ones, like you can use 0.9 and you can use the beta. So we're going to be using 1.0, and we will copy our prompt in, and then once we get all the everything set up, then I will jump back into the video. Alright, and here are the images. So these look much more illustrated. Man, they do look good though. That looks kind of like a Todd McFarlane type of drawing. And they look crazy, look insane. So it's a completely different style than what the others were doing. but it still looks good. If I can actually, let me edit these to add a filter to them. So with Night Cafe Studio, they actually have like really, for some reason you can't put really long prompts in. So I have a feeling that if I were to add a modifier, I might actually have to create an extra prompt. So you can see right here, it tells you which ones work well with Stable Diffusion XL. So I'm going to choose one of those, none of these down here. I'll go with the hyperreal. Yeah, we'll go with the hyperreal. And yep, it says we have too much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut off this last part right here and add that to another prompt line. And so we're gonna have 3 prompt lines, 2 positive prompts and 1 negative prompt. But that will be enough of a separation to where it will actually work. So I will start the generation and we'll see what happens. Wow, and these came out crazy. Look at the difference between these. So you can see this first image, no venom at all. It's just basically a Godzilla looking creature. Same for this one as well. This one is not even a Godzilla looking creature. This is just some random creature that it created. This one similar to Godzilla, but it's got like armor and stuff. Still looks really cool. And then this one, just out of nowhere, created a woman with like dragon type stuff behind her. I really like this. This looks really good. It has nothing to do with our prompt whatsoever, but man, it looks good. It looks really good. I'm actually really happy about this. So that is basically the luck of the draw when messing with these AI tools. You can create something that you were not intending to at all, and it turns out really good. I really like this. I'm gonna publish this. Really nice looking image. Nothing to do with our prompt whatsoever, but it looks really good. So the last one we're going to be checking out is Leonardo. So you can see I've created a lot of stuff with Leonardo AI already. And this is probably one of the best things that I've done recently. Now the way Leonardo AI works, in order to use Stable Diffusion XL, you have to use their Prompt Magic v3 along with their Alchemy pipeline. And so let me go to image generation. So you need the v3 and you need the Alchemy pipeline on. Alchemy is only for upgraded members right now, so you need to be a pro member to use the Alchemy. Now you could go here into the models and actually select the Stable Diffusion 0.9. You can do that. You can use this as a free member, but in order to use the 1.0, you will need to use the Prompt Magic v3. So you cannot use 1.0 as a free member, not yet anyway. And so this one is going to be kind of cheating, I have to be honest, because this Alchemy pipeline is ridiculous. The images you can create with it are just incredible images. And so this one is going to be the best out of all of them. Now I'm not sure which model I should use. I'm going to start with Absolute Reality, and then we're going to jump into one of the others, like maybe Dream Shaper 7, because I'm really not sure what to use with this prompt. But we are still going to see what happens. We'll start with the Absolute Reality, and so this is going to create something very different than what everything else created, and then we'll just go from there and see what happens. Alright, so I actually had to jump around to different models to get something that wasn't just a big blob, and I had to go with Leonardo Diffusion in order to get it to work. But here are the images that came out, and yeah, these are really crazy looking images. Just not sure at all. Like yes, there is some Godzilla in there, there is some Venom in there, but they're just so wildly different from both of them put together. But they do look really cool. Really cool. So what I want to do is I want to try one more. We're gonna go back to that space girl that we were looking at before, the space redhead. And now we're going to go through each of them, putting this prompt in to see what it looks like, just so that I can have two images for the thumbnail of this video, the whole reason why we're doing it. So we're going to jump back into Playground AI, put these prompts in, and see what it produces. Alright, and so this time I went with a square image, and man, these came out really, really good. Take a look at these. These are really nice. Really, really nice images. Love the way her hair looks, love the way her smile looks, especially on this one. Really nice looking face. Everything looks really, really good. So I'm going to run this through with a filter. Let's do this macro realism. We'll use a filter on it just to see what it produces. And so here is the difference with the filter. I think it actually looks better without the filter, honestly. Well, this image does look really good, really nice looking. You can see that the armor is definitely different with the filter. It looks a little more polygony, almost like a video game. But it's still a nice looking image. I definitely like this one. This is probably my favorite out of the 8 of them. Really nice. Might end up being on the thumbnail. We'll see. We'll see what else we produce. So we'll jump back into Tensor, and we'll do the same thing here. I'll put all the prompts in, and we'll see what it produces. Alright, and so we have generated these. Look not bad. This one looks really low quality. This one looks really good though. Very nice looking. And this one's not bad. A little low on the details as well. And so I'm going to run this one again, this time with the SDXL refiner, and we'll see what pops up. Alright, so here are the images along with the refiner images. And these do look a lot better. Still need to put some more details in the face. This one, on the other hand, this one looks really good. Would look better with a high-res fix, of course. Same here, would need to add some more details to the face. Now, Tensor Art does have a oh, this one looks good. This one looks good. So Tensor Art does have a high-res fix and a after detailer as well. So you can fix like hands and faces, prompts, all that different stuff. And you can also do a lot of fixing with a high-res fix. Got a bunch of different upscalers and all that. So Tensor Art is a really good one, and of course it is free. So these refiner images came out very different from the prompt that we use. This one looks pretty close to the prompt, so does this one. But the images still look good though, even though they don't really adhere to the prompt. I really, really like this one. Her eyes are a little weird. I would need to do like a high-res fix on those, but it's still a really nice looking image. Very good image. Now the Venom images came out really, really well. Really like those. This one not as good. So let's jump into CArt and do the same thing. Alright, so here are the images created in CArt, and these look good. They look actually a little more realistic than the other ones. Definitely would need to add some details, do like a high-res fix on the faces. This one looks good. I like this one. This looks very, very realistic. And I didn't use a filter, didn't use a style. I just chose to go realistic with these. They look good. So we will use these different style. This time we will go with, let's go with fantasy art. Let's see what the fantasy art looks like. And here are the fantasy art style images. And these look really good as well. So this one, definitely lacking some detail in the face. I would have to do like a high-res fix on that one. Too many fingers as well. This one's another one. I have to fix the eyes on this one. Add some detail to the armor, or I guess that would be an astronaut suit. This one looks really cool as well. Have to add, once again, details to everything to make it look a little bit better. This one looks the best out of each of them. Still lacking in the detail department, but all of that can be fixed with an upscale right here. So we're going to try jumping into the paid ones, starting with Night Cafe. We'll see what this one does. And here are our images. Once again, looks nothing like the prompt, but still very, very beautiful images. So I'm guessing there must be something with the way that I'm splitting up my prompts that's making them come out like this. But man, they do look good though. They look really, really good. Completely different from what all the other ones generated. So there must be some issue with how I'm splitting up my prompts. Just because the prompts are too long to put in one box. And so I got them separated into 3 different prompts. But man, they still look good though. They still look really good, even though they are nothing like what I put in. Yeah, I don't know what's up. So I'm gonna just generate again. This time I'm not gonna change anything. It's all gonna be the same. And that'll be a nice little test to figure out what in the world is happening with Night Cafe. Alright, and here we are again. So yeah, this is very, very different. So these two here are very similar to the prompt. You know, it's a red hair woman in a kind of like in a spacesuit. But the rest of them are just completely off. But they still look good though. They still look really good. So this one is similar to the prompt. This one is similar to the prompt as well. This one, the subject is so far away that you can't really tell. But yeah, these two match the prompts. This one completely out of left field, but they all still look really good though. Really good images, just not what I put in the prompt. So there's some testing that I'll have to do there to figure that out. But if you can see down here, so this is the prompt, but because it was so long, I had to split it up into 2 different prompts. So I'm wondering if that's what it is. Something about the weight difference between the 2 prompts. And then this one is the negative prompt that I put in. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened to get these generations, but they're still nice generations. So the last one we will be using is Leonardo AI. So Leonardo excels at, I guess you can say, like, people. It doesn't do well with like the craziness here, but when it comes to actually putting in people, it does really well. So I'm excited to see what it's going to do with this new prompt. Alright, so here are the results, and man, look at this. This is beautiful. Beautiful images. So yes, Leonardo just excels at these types of images. Man, they're so good. They're so good. Incredible images. Just blows everything else out of the water. So beautiful. So I am going to, I'm gonna put raw mode on just to see what that does, and run another generation. Alright, so here's the other ones. This time with raw mode on. Raw mode is mainly for longer prompts, like this is kind of long. So yeah, you can see just how incredible these look. Look at the suit, the space suit. It looks so good. Looks so good. Look at that design right there. Oh my gosh. Such good designs. Look at that. Look at the reflection. The reflection on her suit. Gosh, these are so good. So good. Such incredible images. Once again, really nice patterns. Everything is looking good, looking just perfect. Perfect designs. Look at that. Look at the reflection there and there. Now you can look at the reflection does not kind of match the background because it's a snowy background. That doesn't look snowy. You could say that maybe the lighting is changing the way it looks a little bit, but it's still beautiful. Just beautiful images. So this is why Leonardo is probably my favorite, definitely one of my favorites. I absolutely love Leonardo AI. Ever since the Alchemy pipeline was created, the images it produces are just incredible. Incredible. So that is pretty much it for this video. Stable Diffusion XL is live. We are already seeing some LARs trained for it, already seeing some new checkpoints. I cannot wait to see what happens in the future. We are seeing some incredible images come out of it. So what are you guys doing? Have you tried XL yet? Are you creating some great images? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.